Guys, a couple of days ago I put out a free download for my latest track, which was a like a bootleg remix type thing for Nicky Romero's song. I have no idea how to say it. I don't know, Toulouse or something like that. You know the one. And there's been lots of guys saying, how do I actually go about making these sort of bootlegs that I've done a couple for, and they're on SoundCloud and stuff. It's remarkably simple how I've done it, and it's about sort of choosing the right track. Some tracks are far easier to bootleg than others, and this is how I did it. Very simple. This is just his original. Okay. All I really do is when I do my bootlegs, I basically use their breakdowns, and then I put my own chorus or my drop in, and that's theoretically how I do them all. And that's what a lot of bootlegs seem to be. You know, they just use the original breakdown, or they use parts of the original, and they just add their own parts. Bootlegs, you know, are unofficial remixes, so it's not like Spinning Records or Nicky Romero contacted me and said do this. It's just I used his track, no stems, and I just cut some parts out of his track and made my own remix. So that's what I did. The breakdown, fortunately, had some parts with no drums, which is very important to find. So this part here. This part. Okay, so that's an excellent part of the main sort of breakdown, which I could use because there was like the little riff with no drums, so I could use that, and that's exactly what I did. And of course, it then builds up into the chorus. Okay, so and then of course this part sort of through here selected is his first chorus, and then he goes into another longer breakdown before going into the final chorus. Okay, so if I just go back to my project here, what I did was this part here, these two parts are just from the original, and all I did was I took a part out, this part here I think, okay, I just cut that one bit out, and then I used that in the intro. Okay, this is just the intro right here. Let's have a look. That's just going to have some high cut, so you can see it's building up. Oh. Okay, so that's just that simple part, and it's filtered up for the first minute, so that it gives you a bit of a taste of the track to come. You can see here, this is just the audio straight. There's no cuts out of it. But if I go back to the very start, so for example, this is this section here, 0 second to the 15th second. You can see how I've cut parts out of it. So I'm only playing every, third or fourth sound in that bit of audio. So that's a really simple way of how I did my intro. I just cut out a small bit of the breakdown, and I just chopped it up and filtered that in for the first minute. So that's nothing amazing, but simple is what makes it what makes a good song. And then of course I come into the 1 minute mark, and then all I do is I used his first breakdown. You can see here between those points, that one there and get there, you can see I put a couple of little like effects, like downshifters But so the breakdown is actually just his part of the track, just here. Okay, so it's still building. This is just his part of the track. Okay, and then of course I just used my own chorus. So that's how I did that really. The very first part was just his breakdown, and then I did my own chorus, and then all I did was this is again, I'll just show you coming out of my first chorus. Okay, so you can hear in this part of the song how my synths and my drums are actually filtering out now. Okay, so all I've done that with a synth bus. Okay, if I go to high cut, okay, all the synths are routed to the same bus, and you can see I'm just starting to fade them out, and you can see right here with this line, it's the same with the drums. So they're getting quieter, and while they're getting quieter, all I've done is I've just gone back to that same bit of audio that I cut out and used for my intro, and this is filtering in. See, it's just filtering in. I'll play it all together. So now we're just playing his part of the track here. Just these. This is the part we're looking at now. Okay, so we're still just playing his snippets of his track, and this part here, Faris scores. This is nice. That was thanks to Eric Faris. He sent me this preset, which is awesome. And so I just added my own simple little melody in here just to help transition. Okay, so that was just my melody, and then we go into this part right here, and that's another part of his breakdown in the second part. Play it all together. So this is all his part. None of my stuff's playing. Now the only thing, again, this part here is cut straight from his second breakdown. Okay, so I won't have to explain that, but and basically this part here, as you can see, is really the only part that's playing in my breakdown, and I have a few of my own rises and sweeps going into the main drop, but that is pretty much it. And I also have, just as well to help go into the chorus, I have a part of my bass build here, part of my bass line actually sort of swell or rise up into the first drop. I'll just play it now. Okay, so yeah, it just comes up into the drop, and I just cut his chorus out. I put my own straight in. Okay, so and then at the end, very simple. Again, just keeping things real simple here. From this point on, I think maybe here to the end of the track, again, all I do is I just start to filter out all my synths, and I just start to bring, again, it's just the same bit of chopped out audio from a part in his breakdown, and all I do is I start to bring this back in. High cut. Yep. So my synth's going out, his synth's coming in. So that's it. So the key to the bootleg is you got to choose the right song. For me, I like to find songs where the breakdowns have, you know, clean parts where there's no drums, because then you can use those, and as long as you can match up the BPMs and stuff like that, then that's fine. So all I did was I used his breakdowns for my breakdowns of the track. I used my own choruses. I just cut his out, and all I did was to make, you know, the intros and the outros, is I just found a simple part of the melody in his breakdown that had no drums, and all I did was, you know, just put some effects over it, chop it out so you can, you know, rearrange the notes, and that's it. So I hope that helped that guys out that were asking me how I do my bootlegs, or how I did this one anyway. But I pretty much do the same principle for all my bootlegs, and yeah. Anyway, I'll put a link up if you want to download the song. It's free, and yeah, hope this helps some people out. And I'll see you next time for some more free tutorial goodness. Thank you.